It is Monday, it is a new weekly reading vlog, and I am not at home. Yeah, I am at the cabin. I'm upstairs right now. Me and Vicky are just unpacking, and everybody else is downstairs. I don't know if you can hear them talking. Say hi in the vlog, everybody! Or just stay silent, don't worry. It's not awkward at all. I'm editing that out.
What did you say?
I said say hi to the vlog, everybody.
Hi.
Expecting everybody to yell hi. Yeah, me and Vicky are just unpacking. So we're just getting all of our stuff out of our bags and stuff. Say stuff one more time, Andy, I dare you. Come on. So yeah, it's just I'm exhausted. I'm sweaty. I need to find my deodorant. It's downstairs, isn't it? Of course it is. Well, I'm gonna be stinky for a little bit longer. Oh well.
I've done that again.
Yeah.
Hi guys, welcome to Andy's vlog. We're doing an unwrapping.
This is literally why I don't film in front of people.
It's not me. I don't just shut up now. I filmed with you.
You don't need to shut up. It's just she's taking the piss.
I need to get it out my system.
To be fair, I don't think she's taking a piss of you. I think she's taking
No,
a piss in
it's
general.
at me. Yeah, go for it. Right, go.
I think Vicky needs to sit over there. She needs to be relegated to the corner.
You're just going to laugh at me at an appropriate time, aren't you?
What's this? It's fine.
That's right.
Hello, it's Wednesday. I did not vlog at all yesterday because vlogging in front of these fuckers is just honestly. We've been trying to do this for God knows how long now. I got this box from Smash, and I don't know what's in this box, but it is for my birthday, and it is now my birthday. So, I have scissors, which normally Tori wouldn't give me, but
I did.
she did. And so
I'm
I'm
supervising.
gonna open the box.
It's a good way to get into it.
See this? Maybe I shouldn't be giving scissors. Tori just covered her eyes.
I was just about to say, would you like rip the open box for you? And I was like, that's not.
That's not even a good idea, no.
Do you want me to open the box for you?
I've got it. Let me find out what's in the box. I should open the scissors. It's in the box.
Oh,
It's fine.
I don't want an A&E trip, although we are closer to A&E.
I'm allowed to find the car, she's giving me.
Plenty of cars
No, but I'm allowed to find
Haha.
for A&E only.
Okay, this is card. Card first. Oh, it's a Disney card. Oh. Is it Steamboat Willie?
Yeah.
Steamboat Willie. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Ooh.
Uh-oh.
Is there glitter?
Also, haven't been planning this since I saw your comment on Becca's video.
Oh, which video?
I don't know.
Oh.
So, more paper. And I have my favourites. Caramel buttons. We had this conversation. Is this you? Was this you?
I did not figure out that Tori was asking for one of us. And it's your birthday coming up.
I did not. This is Dairy Milk and Caramel
What did you tell me
Galaxy.
your favourites were?
And yeah, so we were talking about chocolate bars, and I said that this is the best, like just chocolate. This is the best caramel chocolate. This is the best white chocolate. But these are also like I don't like caramel Dairy Milk, but I like caramel buttons. It doesn't make sense. Also, oh, I know what she did. I know what she did. Smash. I don't know if you guys know what this is.
No.
I do.
It's the fourth big book.
I'm so
That
happy.
is just getting used all holiday now.
No.
Oh, that's really cute.
No, it's going on the shelf.
Yeah, it doesn't show. It's the fourth thing the Lemon Crate mug. Is it Lemon Crate?
Yes. It says it on the
Yes, Lemon Crate. Is it?
It's funny, you can like
It's the fourth bill of Lemon Crate. This makes so much more sense now. Because Becca got this mug and she was like, I haven't read Fourth Wing. I don't particularly want to read Fourth Wing. And I'm just like, Fourth Wing? And it's tearing.
How high can Andy's voice go today?
It's Tierna and Violet. Do we have Andarna? Andarnurnum!
she's just saying words now.
Just, I have no idea. This is why she needs us to read it,
Yeah.
so we have some
I need to
idea.
wait on her, annotate her copy before I can read it.
Thank you so much. That's amazing! Oh my god. Yes, I know. How high can Andy's voice get? This is going next to my Fourth Wing copies on my shelf. See, when my shelf gets rearranged now, I need to think of how I'm going to put this, because then I'm going to get Onyx Storm and then the other two books that needs to go.
We need to do another.
Oh, what's that? Will I get to come visit? I will get told when I visit I reshuffle her shelves.
I think you asked us to help in like a video a little bit.
Beg for help. This is amazing. Oh my god. Thank you so much. That's... I'm gonna put that back in as well. That's so exciting. I was actually going to look for it on Vinted. I just haven't gone around to it yet. That's good. English. English is absolutely my first language. So now I'm getting made to open the other stuff as well.
What a shame. It's your birthday.
So this is from Pia. Thank you, Pia. I'm guessing it's a book. No. Oh, I know what this is already. It's Whiskey Business. It's so funny to say. Whiskey Business by Elliot Fletcher. Elliot is actually a Scottish author. So as you'll know, whiskey is spelled correctly.
I did figure it out.
I did notice that.
It is a Scottish author writing a book set in Scotland.
Like the Waterstones and like Simon. They put down, it's like
Andy is not correctly.
And he goes on a rant about whiskey being spelled incorrectly all the time. So yes, this is a first in a companion set, I believe. Yes, first novel in the McCabe Brothers trilogy. So it is
I
a
like the title.
Whiskey Business. I saw it and I was like, oh god, not another American author writing about Scotland. But no, it is a Scottish author writing about Scotland. So I was very happy when I saw that. I'm so excited.
I think it's also from here.
This is also from here. God, she brought like my van. It's a fight to get out of here. Did you have it? I'm gonna have to reread it. My TBR is gonna be.
But you're getting
Suffering.
to your 1,000 libraries.
I know.
How close are you?
I was at 111 or 110 before this. So we're getting close. Becca was like, see, once you get to the 100 mark, it'll just...
Figures, yeah.
Oh my god.
We're getting there.
It's a book you've read, so it doesn't mean
And it's a book I've read, so this isn't on my TBR.
See?
This isn't on my TBR. But this is Everything for You, which is the 5th book. Oh yeah. I said it before I looked at it. It's the 5th book in the Bergman Brothers series. I've been desperate for these books. Desperate for these books because I have these special editions and I read them on Kindle. Partially thanks to the library, partially thanks to Bobby. Bobby just looked at me, what? But I know. By Chloe Elise, and I got the special editions before I even read them, and then I binge read them, and I love them so much. And now I want to go through the paperbacks and annotate them because I will. This will be like you with Len Penny.
Okay. So is this a book I need to read as well after you've annotated?
This has so much. This is like someone said to Chloe Elise, you can't have that much disability rep, and she went, hold my beer.
Oh yeah. Sounds good.
And every book has a main character, or every book, but I think this one has a main character who's autistic.
Amazing.
I love it. I love it, love it. This one, instead of being autistic, it's chronic pain and gay. Sorry. I'm very excited for the series. I could don't start me on the series. Yeah. This is from Becky. You've read this one, haven't you?
Yeah, I had to read it.
I do have this on Kindle. But I really want to read it. It's the time I got drunk and saved a demon. By Kimberly Lemming, who I also follow on TikTok. Because she's hilarious. But
Books are hilarious.
yeah, this series is going to be absolutely. There's a little bit of glue in it. Oh, it's just like no, dirty. Yeah, I think this speaks for itself. These are going to be. I'm so looking forward to this. Like, this is one of the ones that I'm really looking forward to reading because this just sounds like hell.
You will read it in one sitting.
Yeah.
It's so much fun.
Yeah, it's under 300 pages as well.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's-
260 pages.
I read
Massive
the first
text.
one and then had to go out and buy the next two.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah, I've got it on Kindle. I'm just really bad at reading.
yeah, I'm terrible at reading Kindle books. So
Thank you. Excited for this one. I'm just.
so
I feel like I need to like include you. Just like
just pan
tell
the
you about
camera
it.
around and just show everyone. It's
Hi,
there.
everybody. Yes. Do you want me to open it? Okay. Okay. Ooh, this feels like more chocolate. This is from Tori. And we're going to need it.
I love how they all look like the rainbow people.
Oh my god. Do you realise I don't eat chocolate? This is going to do me for the next year.
Eat all this kind
I
of
do.
chocolate.
We've got more Dairy Milk and more Milky Bar, more Galaxy. Brighter fruit. I thought that said brighter fruits, and I was like, I don't eat fruit. It's like, it's not very I do. It'll do me for the next year. Oh my god. There are books in here. More books. Oh,
They're wrapped so nicely.
look at it. Can you see the thing?
Totally not addicted to it.
Oh, I don't want to.
There's only one bit healthy for each one, so it's easier to get to. You have to open it.
Yeah, but it's so nicely wrapped.
If you start at the bottom, Andy,
There's only one. Yeah,
there's
not
only
one
one
bit
bit healthy.
Please hold.
That wasn't so you didn't rip it. It was more just for ease.
Andy, just rip it.
One of us is going to end up with like that wrap and we'll put around a book at
I was about to
Christmas
say, I
time.
was really surprised if you just turned around with the whole thing and whacked me over the head.
Oh. That was satisfying.
Thanks. Karma.
Okay, it's just stuck to me now. Thank you. Oh, okay. This is book number 3. Agent and Freya's story. It's a Bergman sister, but rather than a Bergman brother. But there's 2 of them. Because there's 7 siblings, 2 sisters, 5 brothers.
Things are a big for all of them.
Yeah.
Amazing.
And Aiden and Freya are already married.
Nice. You don't usually get that in romance books.
No.
Interesting.
And Aiden
Just
has
like, is it
anxiety dialed up to like 50.
Same. Love it.
Is it like an equivalent of? I know it's like they're engaged, but what was the Sarah Hogan?
That's nice and cool.
You deserve each other.
Yeah.
These are books that you can read in like a one shot as well. Oh, this one's got it as well. Okay.
At least it's only 7 books rather than the original series, which is like
33? 34?
I was gonna say 20 something. Oh my god.
Yeah, I think we're at
It just gives you book one without telling you, so you don't know.
I wasn't expecting to like them so much. Every single one I've given 5 stars. And I just speed through them.
Yep.
I'm like, damn you, Andy, now I haven't read everything you recommended to me.
This is the first one. This is the first one. This is the one that's really funny because she like asks him for his notes in class because she's a football player at school, a soccer player. So like she has to go out of class for like training and games and stuff. And the teacher, who is Aiden, is like, oh, ask Ren for notes. And she sits next to him. She's like, can I borrow your notes? And he ignores her. And she's like, can I borrow your notes? And he ignores her, and so she gets really pissed off at him.
This time he's deaf.
So she's really pissy at him. She doesn't realise he's deaf. And then when he turns around and sees her glaring at him, he just smiles. He has no idea why she's glaring at him. He's just like,
me so often.
so she's like, what a dick. And he's like, what's that fucking weird girl glaring at me? And Aiden's like, I know, I'm going to team you up on this task that you have to do. Because the family likes to get involved and everything.
I'm sensing a theme for you in books because.
Oh, Ryder, sorry, not Ren. I'm talking shit about the names. I love Ryder. Ryder's so funny. Like, and somebody actually. Oh, did they have all the handles?
It's the same
Just
thing
that
with
one.
them, it's just that you have it.
Yeah. Somebody was saying. I know somebody was saying they didn't like this one because Ryder can be quite childish. Like when she's being quite. They're quite tit for tat. And at one point he like reaches behind her and like pulls her ponytail and she's like, how old is he? And I'm like, yeah, he's a little shit. He's like one of the younger of the kids like in the family. I'm gonna guess this is probably another one of the. I am so excited to get this series in paperback so that I can sit and annotate them all. Why? And then we come to this one's Ren, who's the weirdo of the family. He doesn't play football. He plays ice hockey.
You are liking your like hockey romances, aren't you?
Frankie has a stick. She has
Stick
rheumatoid
right.
arthritis.
Love it.
And she will hit you with her stick.
Same.
Same. If I had one. We'll need one at some point.
I've gotten to that point. The fringe has put me to that point.
Yeah. So, this is the haul so far.
Look at all that clothes. It's almost like you wanted them in hardback and you told us. In
In
paperback.
paperback.
They're also nice and colourful.
I know. I've got the hardbacks and the special editions. So, I will do a proper actual like birthday haul once I have.
Be at home.
Yeah. But that was all the stuff I'm opening right now. So I'm gonna go and I'll get something to eat because I'm hungry. Anybody else hungry?
I'm starving.
Yeah. We just did archery. I apparently forgot how to do archery while we were there, but it was alright. It was fun. It was good. It was good.
Yep, that's my stomach.
But yeah, I'll speak to you later. Hello, it's much later on Wednesday. And I have a couple of things to open, so I'm just going to open them now. Everybody's getting ready for bed, so I'm just going to do this quickly. I know Becca said I had something coming, so whatever. This is the 4th, so this is the one that fills the gap that Tori got me. We've got this note from Jem. This one's from Jem. So, happy birthday, and I hope you have the best day from Jem. And it's all in caps. Which fits Jem down to a glove. I'm not gonna lie, I've had a drink. I've got a cup of tea now. I've got some water. I'm feeling it a little bit. But yeah, this is With You Forever, which is like the 4th. So I now have 5 of the 7 books. Ignore that, I have opened the door because it is boiling in here. And now I have to get this box open somehow without scissors because somebody took the scissors. I will take one of the crappy pens that I brought. I'll use this one because it is a crappy pen. And let's see if we can burst this box. Aha. Oh my god, this makes so much sense, Rebecca. This makes so much sense, Rebecca. Sorry, Bobby's just walked out of her room. I'm guessing this is Becca, let me see. Happy birthday, I hope you enjoy these 3. I can see just one of them, so I'm guessing this is... Yeah, this makes so much sense, Rebecca. Wait a minute. Yes, this makes so much sense, Rebecca. And of course, they're not all in the same. Look at that. So they've put them in like that just to be awkward. So this is the Alexandra Belle Fleur trilogy, and it is Written in the Stars, Hang the Moon, and Count Your Lucky Stars, all of course by Alexandra Belle Fleur. These are 2 sapphic, and I believe one is not sapphic, but I want to see it is still potentially bisexual main characters. Becca loves Alexandra Belle Fleur, and she has been trying to get us collectively, like friend group, to read Alexandra Belle Fleur for a while. So, like I said, it makes sense that Becca has bought me this box set, or not box set because there's no box, but this set. Thank you so much, Becca. I am so excited to read these. Like, oh, they're so pretty. Yeah, there is the. Like, look at that. Look how pretty this is. I'm guessing this is in Seattle or Vancouver. I'm not sure which one this is. But yeah, I've heard nothing but good things. Like, this is the only one that's not sapphic, and then we're back to sapphic again. I want to say it's in Seattle. Bobby, is Seattle the one that's got that weird tower? She's not listening to me. She can't hear me. I want to say it's in Seattle because of that thing, but I am unsure. She's a Pacific Northwesterner, so I want to say they're all set in Seattle, but I'm very excited for these. Like I say, I've had a little bit of a tipple tonight, so I'm a little bit like, woo, because I don't drink much, so I'm a little bit like all over the place. But thank you so much, Jem and Becca. I am so excited to read these, and that's another 4. I didn't tell you. So I forgot to log. You remember those beautiful copies of Chloe Lisa's books that I got from Illumicrate? Well, I hadn't actually put them on my spreadsheet, and that means that I now have, well, including these now, I now have 93 books to go until I hit my goal of a 1,000 book library. 93 books until I hit my 1,000 goal library. Anyway, I'm gonna go because now people actually need to do stuff, so I will speak to you later. Bye.
Hello. This is a view we're all familiar with. I am back home. And oh my god, I am shattered. It is Friday. I am back home. I am with Hamish, who is just staring at me. I don't know if he's happy that I'm home or not. I genuinely can't tell. He has been following me around, so I'm thinking he's happy I'm home. But he's currently sitting on his sofa just watching me. So I think he's happy I'm home. But oh my god, I look a state. Do you know what? I'm a state because I'm just tired. I'm exhausted. I'm literally just home. It's 11:15. I got home at like almost 11 o'clock exactly. And I've hauled the bags in. There was one with milk in it that I knew I needed to get out of the car because I can't be sitting in it blazing sun. Like, you can see the sun. I couldn't be sitting in the car, and of course that was right at the back of the boot, so I had to get all of the bags out with all the books and stuff in it. I just dumped them in the hallway. Like, literally, if someone comes in the door, they're not getting in the door. If there's a fire, I'm going out the back because there's stuff just like. So yeah, I've just dumped it all in the hallway so I could get the stuff that needs to go in the fridge. So yeah, anything that wasn't going to make a long trip needed to go in the fridge came home with me because I was the closest. But I got home and there was a big heavy package. So I know what it is because it's like a very obvious big heavy package. Oh, it's from Bobby. It's from Bobby. For my birthday. And it's a very exciting one. A very, very exciting. I don't think I've got the strength to hold this up. But it is this massive Narnia book. That I knew what it was when I picked it up. But yeah, it is this massive. The naked hardcover is the same. It is this massive illustrated edition of the entire Chronicles of Narnia that I've been wanting for so long. Like, so long. It is literally the entirety of... Oh, it's like the mini, like literally the entire complete, it says there, complete Chronicles of Narnia, and it's in the correct order as well. Tori, why can't, oh my god, what am I doing to you? Sorry. This is why I take dust jackets off when I'm reading books, because me and dust jackets don't get on. So it starts with The Magician's Nephew, and then goes to The Lion, Witch and the Wardrobe, and then, right, here, can we do this without wrecking the book? Sorry Bobby, I've just gotten it and I'm already wrecking it. So, oh, who's this? Who's the introduction note from? Douglas something. So yeah, it starts Magician's Nephew, then The Lion, Witch and Wardrobe, then The Horse and His Boy, then Prince Caspian, then Voyage of the Dawn Treader, then Silver Chair, then Last Battle. So, and it's illustrated throughout, and it's the original illustrations, but they've just been coloured. So it's the illustrations from, like, I'm so, like, I know this probably won't mean much to anybody, but like, there's the illustration of when Polly, is it Polly and Diggory? Yeah, Polly and Diggory first meet, and like that is like historical in like Narnia moments. Is he just can't sit still now? Like the moment when Polly and Diggory first meet, and like this is so cool. Like, oh my god, it's literally slipping at my knee. Yeah, so like all the original drawings from all the original Narnia books are in here, but they're coloured, which the originals are black and white. So like they've been coloured for this edition, and oh my god, I can't wait to read this. Like, I will probably like read this the whole way through. Oh, the map. The map. This looks like a map of Scotland. Narnia is Scotland. Glasswater is Fife. And Archenland is like down towards Edinburgh and stuff. Oh my god, Ruby Cheap! And the talk is this is so exciting. Thank you so much, Ruby. I don't know if you guys even know, but I absolutely love Narnia and just the whole world of Narnia. Like, I know The Lion, the Witch and the Wardrobe is so, like, everybody knows The Lion, the Witch and the Wardrobe, but the whole world of Narnia, I just absolutely love it. Like, I'm not going to sit here and say it's not problematic. Obviously it is, and I feel like that needs to be part of your discussion if you are going to read it and talk about it, obviously. But it's still something that, like, this is the series that got me into reading as a child. Narnia is a copy, like, is books that I've had for as long as I can remember. Like, at one point I had, I think, 5 copies of Narnia because people kept buying me it. But yeah, Narnia is so important to me, and I love, like, it's so funny because everybody's favourite is The Lion, the Witch and the Wardrobe, and that's the one that gets all the adaptations and things like that, but I actually love the one, like, my favourites are actually the ones that aren't The Lion, the Witch and the Wardrobe. That's kind of like, that's fine and all, but like The Magician's Nephew and The Horse and His Boy, and like the ones around, even Prince Caspian and The Voyage of the Dawn Treader, like, I prefer those ones to The Lion, the Witch and the Wardrobe. But yeah, so I'm really excited to have this. I'm so excited to read this with the original illustrations as well in colour. Yeah, anyway, I'm gonna go and I think I'm gonna watch some YouTube for a little while and just chill out and just like curl up in here. I did make it 178 pages into The Right Kind of Guy. I put down the book I was reading because I just wasn't feeling it. I started Gilded by Martha Mayer and I just wasn't feeling it, and I wasn't sure if it was me or the book, so I thought I'll put it down, read this. Like, to be fair, the guys kind of like forced me to put it down. But yeah, I got this far into this book, and I'm actually like more than halfway, I think. This is 291. So 291 pages. So I'm actually quite far through this. It's not even 300 pages, so I'm more than halfway through. I think if I concentrate, I could get through this, but I just want to decompress for a little while. I don't even know if I'm going to get through my TBR this month at this rate. Tori is hosting sprints later today, but I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm just going to go and watch some YouTube at this point. Guess who's back again. Oh my god. I've had like half a can of Red Bull and some painkillers, but literally just had painkillers now. So they'll take a little while to kick in. But the Amazon man has been, and I have more packages. I think these might be birthday gifts, so I'm going to open them. I have 2 packages, so we shall see. I'm not expecting anything, so I don't know what these are. If they turn out to be just like subscribe and save stuff, then I'll just cut it out. But watch it be subscribe and save stuff. Why? Why? Oh my god. Even funnier if it's not. Okay, this is a book. Ooh, this is what I've been waiting for ages. Right, let's get the note. Oh, Rick, thank you. I know we said we wouldn't get you any presents, but books don't count from Rick. I messaged like everybody that was going on the thing, and I was like, please don't think you have to get me presents because the trip happens to be over my birthday. Because like I didn't want people to think that because it was going to be my birthday and stuff, that like, because like that's not fair. Like the trip just so happened to be the week of my birthday because that's when everybody was free. But Vicky and that had arranged to like do stuff for my birthday, but I didn't want people to think that they were specifically here for my birthday and then feel pressure to have to like get me stuff, because that's not why we were there, and they wouldn't normally be with me for my birthday, and some of them I was meeting for the first time, so like it just seemed weird to be like, you have to get me stuff. Like I would never be like, you have to get me stuff for my birthday, but I didn't want it to feel like that. So yeah, like that. So I said like, I know we said we wouldn't get you any presents, because I was like, don't get me stuff. And Rick has like no TBR. I think he said like the other day he had 11 books on his TBR total, not monthly, total. Like I know my TBR takes the piss. Like I know everybody says my TBR takes the piss of being like 70 something books. It will have gone up now. I've not checked it from like the birthday stuff. But like my TBR is under 100, right? And like other people's TBRs vary between like couple hundred to 700, sorry Vicky, and I can feel the face she's making. This is even, she's not even going to see this until Tuesday. It's currently Friday and I can still see the face she's making at me, like from the future. But Rick at one point had a 0 TBR and now he has 11 books on his TBR, so yeah. Anyway, the book, I'll show you what the book is. It is Another Elizabeth. This, I think, had a previous title, which was The Dark Descent of Elizabeth Frankenstein. I believe is what it was previously called. This is a horror novel, and now I don't usually read horror, but I will read you the synopsis and you'll see why this book was on my wish list. Another Elizabeth is a gripping literary psychological crip horror novel that readers will sink their teeth into. I don't think I like the term crip horror, but never mind. Fans of dark humour and challenging fiction will be thrilled to delve into the mind of a deeply flawed disabled woman with a desire to kill. Elizabeth Dauphine's life is taking a turn. She has 3 jobs, a boyfriend that loves her too much, and a recent diagnosis of hypermobile Ehlers-Danlos syndrome. She's coming apart at the seams. Now all she cares about is keeping her promise to her younger self before her body kills her. Kill without getting caught. Can Elizabeth physically handle satisfying her urge and maintaining her carefully built facade of normalcy? And if so, will she be able to stop with just one victim? So, and I appreciate this little bit down the bottom that says, this is a dark book with many graphic situations. There is no sexual assault or rape. No animals are tortured or die. I appreciate that because I really can't do with the animal things. Like, but yeah, so the, I believe the author also has EDS, but I have EDS, hypermobile EDS, and so if I see a character has EDS or an author has EDS, I need to pick up the book. And so this one has been on there for a while, and it feels like an indie published book. is Little Key Press. I don't know who that is. But yeah, this is about a serial killer, or I don't know if it's serial killer or like she just kills one, but I feel like she's going to be a serial killer. See, this is a dark book. Characters are murdered. There are intense descriptions of body manipulation. More characters are murdered. Despite not being written for shock value, you can skip the graphic scenes. You will lose out on Elizabeth's physical and mental state during these moments, but you can still enjoy the story. Do what's best for your mental health, knowing that this is Elizabeth's journey and we are just along for the ride. That's a really nice content warning. This is really cool. Like, a serial killer with EDS, like a disabled serial killer. This is like... I can also hear Vicky laughing saying that this sounds like you. And Tori, and yeah. I can hear y'all. I know. That's why I had to get it. This seems very me. It's like a horror thriller, but like my type of horror thriller. So I'm very excited to read this. This is like just fresh off the printer smell. But yeah, this is one where I'm like, I'm really excited to read it. So thank you very much, Vic. This is actually really exciting. This is me like stepping out of my comfort zone a bit, but because the character has EDS, I'm like, I need to try it. Okay, and the other one is a bigger box. I'm not entirely sure how to get into this without injuring myself. Okay, there's a tab. Ta-da. I can see what the book is. Turn this over. I don't know why some of them are in these boxes. This is like the box I got for the W.H. Smith books. I also have a W.H. Smith book coming soon. It is The Princess Trap by Talia Hibbert. I actually do have this one on KU as well. I think I got another. I didn't get this one, but I did get another one that I've got on Kindle as well. I can't remember who it is. To the princess lovers who hoped for more than a frog. No shade, but shade is the dedication. So Talia Hibbert is the author of the Chloe Brown trilogy? Like the Brown Sisters trilogy. Yeah, the Brown Sisters trilogy. And I don't... There's no... There is no note, so I'm going to have to go do some investigating to find out who sent me this. Hi, sorry. You're inside the box. Because unfortunately, there's no note, and that is very upsetting. So this is... Honestly, it's Talia Hibbert. I need to know what this is about. This has got another... This is also like... Feels like an indie published. It's got that feeling about it. I think this might be published by Nixon House. Again, never heard of it, so I think this might also be an indie, not an indie or but like a small, you know what I mean, a small publishing type thing. Thank you to whoever got this. I will thank you personally once I find out who you are, because there's nothing, there's no identifying feature in this dang box. Right, let me go find out who did this. And Ed and Andy, can we put the name up here if we find out, because I'll forget to come back and tell you because I'm not feeling great. Hamish is digging there, thanks. Right, I'm gonna go find out who this was, finish my Red Bull, watch some more YouTube, and just chill out until Tori sprints at 4 o'clock. It's only 12:30. So, yeah. I am absolutely exhausted. Hello. I look even worse than earlier, I think. I couldn't really see for the sun shining through the window. I've just finished That Kind of Guy by Stephanie Archer, and I'm on my way to go to bed. This is the first in the Queen's Cove series, and I enjoyed it. It wasn't my favourite Stephanie Archer. I think her other books, the what are the other ones called? The ice hockey ones are better, in my opinion. The Vancouver Storm ones, in my opinion, are better so far, but I feel like this is like her very first book. Like I feel like this is her debut novel, so understandable. Like this is copyright 2021. I don't know when. I think the other one was written like, I think the first Vancouver Storm book was written like 2023, 2024. So yeah, I think this might have been her debut. So fair. Like I'm jumping back to her debut. The second one, The Wrong Was to Right. I am excited. This one's thicker. This one is a little bit thicker. It is, how long is this book? Oh, this is an extra chapter. This one's an extra chapter. How long is this? 360 pages. So it's significantly chunkier. This one is only 291, so it's like 70 pages longer. The second one is. I give it like 3.75 stars. So I'm not mad. Like, I'm not mad. It was still funny. The characters were funny. It was just a little bit disjointed in places. So I'm not mad. Unfortunately, this is not on my TBR this month. I still have over 2,000 pages to read. Which means I need to read 310 pages per day to read my entire TBR. Because I didn't do any reading while I was away. So I need to read 310 pages per day to finish my TBR. I've read 10 books. I need to read 6 more books in their entirety to complete my TBR. So I am not, and to black out the board as well, I'm not confident I will manage that. But I suppose we will see. We will be doing, it's only Friday. I've got Saturday, Sunday to get some intense reading done, but I'm going to bed. It is 11:30. I'm absolutely shattered. I'm so looking forward to sleeping in my own bed tonight. I've managed to get through like so many of my watch later videos today. If people could stop posting until I catch up, that would be great. Just do my wee favour there, because I had 50 something videos to go back and watch. Some of them are over an hour. I've been skipping the ones that are over an hour. And I now have like 20 something videos to watch. So, and that was 50 something before people posted today. And I now have 20 something videos because people are still posting today. So yeah. Anyway, I'm going to bed and I'll catch up with more reading tomorrow. Hello, it is Saturday night. I've been on sprints now for like 9 hours. I look like hell because I feel like hell. It's been a day. I feel rough as hell. I feel better now that I've slept in my own bed and that I've had painkillers throughout the day and food and stuff, but I just don't feel good. I have, however, read the entirety of The Last Trip to Key West. So there's that. I do still have, however, 5 books left on my TBR. So I have Not in Love by Ali Hazelwood, The Girl in Question by Tess Sharp, Gilded by Marissa Mayer, which I also have the audiobook for, One Moonlit Night by Rachel Hoare, and The Taxidermist's Daughter by Kate Moss, which is in this book bestie, because it's hardback. And so now I need to figure out what I'm reading next. I still need to read like at least 200 and something pages per day, 300 and something pages per day to get through this entire TBR, because like and then there's this bonus book if I do finish my TBR, which I doubt it. Yeah, this is intimidating. Very intimidating. I don't know what to read next, but I will tell you when I've read something. Hello, it is Sunday. It is I, your resident absolute mess of a chronic illness human. I will be going in the shower later on, so if you're going to be judgy about how I look, there's the door, bitch. There's the door. That worked out really well with the door actually being there. But yeah, I'm reading The Girl in Question. I finished the last train to Key West. I don't know if I told you that. I finished it, 5-starred it, loved it. Better than I could have imagined. Totally not what I expected. I thought it was going to be, I genuinely thought it was a Strangers on the Train thing where all 3 women wanted all their husbands dead and they all like worked out. So it was like, right, you kill my husband and I'll kill your husband and you kill, like, you know, that sort of thing. Not that at all. Not that at all. But they are all linked in some way. Like they're all like end up accidentally linked. And it's based around this storm that hit the Florida Keys, or Key West. Well, Key West is one of the islands, Florida Keys, that I'm not entirely sure with the geography, but there's the Florida Keys, and this is back in the 30s before it was developed into like the rich bitch area that it is right now. And it was hit by the storm in 1935, where like the Weather Bureau and everything were like, it's not gonna hit us, it's fine, it's not gonna hit, it's not gonna hit, it's not gonna hit. And then about a couple hours before it hit, they were like, oh crap, it's gonna hit, we need to evacuate people. So 450 people died because they didn't evacuate people in time. They had 3 work camps for veterans. So after World War I, veterans were treated phenomenally badly. Basically, like, the only way to be treated well after World War I was to have died. You were seen as a hero. If you came back, you were treated poorly because some messed up honour system. And so, especially if you came back in some way disabled or mentally, I was going to say challenged, but that's not what I meant. I mean like mentally disabled, I suppose, like PTSD and stuff like that, because they didn't have a word or they didn't have an explanation for PTSD. Like, that's where the term shell shock and stuff like that came from. Like, that was a new discovery then. Basically, people had no use for you if you didn't come back, bounce back to be exactly who you were before the war. And the only person who bounces right back to who they were after a war like that is someone who's not seen much action, or a psychopath. Like, everybody comes back changed in some way. Even one of the male characters who was in the war, because women obviously didn't go to the front lines, he was still, who was the most adjusted, like well-adjusted one after the war, he was still affected by it, but not as badly as some of the other guys that he talks about. But he was an FBI agent, and so he was an FBI agent before the war, he was an FBI agent when he came back from the war, so he had done training to deal with, like, compartmentalisation of certain things, and he said even that didn't really help. They didn't train him, didn't put him in a position where he was completely okay, but he was better able to compartmentalise than men who had no training. Like, he openly says that, like, he is in a better position, but he is not 100% okay, and he still has like nightmares and he still has like issues. But he is able, for the most part, to go into like that work mode. When he's at work, he still has that compartmentalisation that he's able to go into like work mode, whereas some of the guys aren't. Like, one of the other guys was a doctor, he just finished medical school, and when he came back from the war, the first time, like when he went back into the operating room, his hands would start shaking when they opened like patients up, and he couldn't operate because his hand would shake so much. But then once he was out, he was totally fine. But it was something about seeing like all the blood and stuff would trigger this, like the shell shock. And then whenever he hears like a bang, like that would set him off again. Like, people react in different ways. But like, and then there's this whole idea of like law enforcement. You'll find more psychopaths in law enforcement and sociopaths in like law enforcement. Because like you have, like, it's that whole thing of like the best person to catch them is them. So there's a whole, so I'm not saying that in like a derogatory way, like the only people are like people who didn't see much action or psychopaths. I mean that in genuine, like, the only people, like the people who aren't affected are people who didn't have time to be affected because they didn't see action. Like, they went right at the end, or they were in a position or a place where they didn't go out and see much action, as opposed to the guys who were constantly pushing at the front lines, who were the most traumatised. So, like, somebody who didn't get a chance to get traumatised would have come back in a much better position than somebody who was constantly traumatised, or people who don't have the capability to be traumatised like that. So, for example, psychopaths, who don't have... There's a whole other nuanced discussion. This is just like a nutshell version before anybody comes to me. Anywho, talking to psychopaths, love that book. Anyway, like, amazing. Totally loved it. Can't remember where I was going with that whole thing. Oh yeah, sorry, they had the camps. I was going to say, talking to psychopaths. But yeah, they had these camps for veterans because they couldn't find work for them. They couldn't just go back to what they were doing. And so after World War I, there was then the crash, the Great Depression, and so then there was even less jobs. And so they set up these camps. So these men in the Florida Keys were making like railroads and roads and stuff like that. That's what they were building, and they were kept in these camps. And in this particular book, I don't know if it's specific to the history, I think it is based exactly on the history. There were 3 camps. Now the Florida Keys is quite a flat area. There's no hills, there's no high ground, which is why this storm was so deadly. And these camps, they didn't have structured buildings to keep them in. They had tents. They were in tents on what was already muddied ground, because 1, islets by the sea in Florida, humid area, 2, there's hundreds of men back and forward. It's estimated. So then when they realised the storm was about to hit, they sent a train down to try and evacuate these men and try and evacuate the tourists and stuff like that were on there. And the train only made it down to the main, sort of like one of the main tourist areas. It didn't even make it down to the 3rd camp. And the storm hit while the train was trying to load people and knocked the entire train off its tracks. That's how badly this hurricane hit this place. It was one of the deadliest hurricanes that hit that area. Like I say, 400, somewhere in the region of 450 people confirmed dead. The majority of them were from the camps. Around about half, I think it was like 800, or was it? Let me just double check. Okay, so I've got the author's note about it here. So, a hurricane in 1935 that struck the Florida Keys is one of the strongest Atlantic hurricanes in history. While the death toll is disputed, numbers range between approximately 400 and 800 lost souls. More than a third of the veterans who are living on Windley and Macomb Keys? Matecumbe, Macomb is what I'm guessing it's pronounced. So more than a third of the veterans who were living on Windley and Macomb Keys were killed by the storm, and it's generally accepted that more than half of the residents and workers caught in the hurricane lost their lives. The railway was all but completely destroyed, and to this day it's still, you can see remnants of it. So yeah, that's what this book is based around, which I think is amazing. Like, excuse my things doing their test. I love when writers take pieces of history and put their characters in it. I love it. You learn so much. But yeah, the fact that they treated the veterans so badly, and it was acknowledged that the government failings is part of why so many people died, because the Weather Bureau kept saying, oh no, it's fine, it's not going to hit, it's not going to hit, it's not going to hit, and people got such small warning. Like, it was more the locals started going, this isn't right, there's something, like, this is going to hit, because they knew, like I would, like, they trust the fishermen to tell them about the weather more than they trusted the Weather Bureau, because the fishermen live on the sea. Like, they know when it's not right. And they got such little notice for the storm, and they tried to evacuate so close to the storm that yeah, it just destroyed. Just came in and so many, like I said from reading that, it was 400 in the book. The death toll was read as 450 roughly, but the actual death toll, like I say, is debated from 450 to 800-ish, because when a storm like that comes in and you're right next to the water, people get literally thrown about the place, and people could be out in boats, people could get thrown into the ocean, swept away, you just don't know. But yeah, I loved that book. The way the characters were dealt with, like the characters were written and everything, it was so well done. I guessed the connections between everybody. I did guess the connection. I don't know if you were meant to guess the connection or not. I felt like it was pretty obvious. But I really enjoyed it. I would love to be able to know the connections with the other books, but I need to go look at like a family tree and stuff like that. Anyway, I'm now reading this. I am 180 pages in, and I just wanted to stop and like talk about this bit, and because it's so relevant to discussions going on today. So basically what's happened in this book, so this is a sequel to the first one. The first one, they're in a bank and the bank is being robbed, and Nora, our main character, is the daughter of a con woman, and Nora has been born to be part of her mother's con. And so she has lived many lives. The first book is called The Girls I've Been. And so it's her using her conning abilities, going through like the history of, like in her head you see like the backstory of all these different girls that she has been, and all the different skills she has picked up as being these girls, and how she uses them to get them out of this bank robbery situation. And now in this one of her stepdads that her mum tried to con, who was like a crime boss, like gangster, like up there, has been released from prison, and he is coming after her because she is the reason he was in prison. But so they've gone on a hike. It is Nora, her best friend and ex-boyfriend Wes, her girlfriend Iris, and Wes's new girlfriend Amanda, and they've gone on a hike through this forest. So Iris has a internship at this fire watchtower thing, and so they decided as part of their like summer thing that they're going to hike there instead of just like driving her there. But partway through their hike, which is like a 50-mile hike, they have been ambushed by Raymond's men, and they have taken Amanda because they think it is Nora, and now they're on the run, and they have to try and, you know, save Amanda at the same time. And there's just like, they're at the point where they're like, they've got to like a safe spot, and they're now like, right, how do we save Amanda? And they're making plans. And Wes is obviously really worried about Amanda. Like, he is like, we need to save her. And they're like, yes, but we need to have a plan first. And he's like, but she's been away for hours. I've had her for hours. Like, what are they doing to her? What, like, how can she be dealing with this? And he's like, I just want her back. The longer Amanda's out there with them, he stops, like he can't handle the thought. What are they doing to her? Amanda's strong, Iris says. She's strong and she's really smart. And like every other teenage girl, she's gotten the lecture about how to humanise yourself to your captor if you get kidnapped. So that's exactly what she's doing right now. There's some kind of universal how to deal with the kidnapper as a girl lecture. It goes along with telling us how to hold our keys between our fingers so we can stab people's eyes out with them if they attack us in parking lots, Iris says. And check in the back seat of the car before we get into it in case there's someone hiding there, I add. And how you should kick out the brake light of the back of a car if someone throws you in the trunk. That way you can move your hand out and cars driving behind can see you and call 911. Wes stares at us. That's really fucked up. That's the world, Iris says. It's just so funny. Like this whole thing, like, that's becoming so apparent these days on the internet, that how girls and boys are treated so differently. Like, and there's a whole nuance, there's a whole other backstory to this, but like how girls are taught one thing and boys are taught another. How girls are taught to behave and defensive manners and how to get out of situations, and boys don't have to be taught that because they're not under the same sort of threat. And it's just the fact that she's like just casually brought it up. There's already been like one of the characters has endo in this, and she's due to get surgery as Iris. She's due to get surgery after her internship, but they're now also in a bit of a pickle because she started having a flare up as they're running, and Nora's like, oh crap, because like normally this pain like absolutely floors her, and if we're running and she's like literally cannot, her legs just give in sometimes. And it's like, if she's running and that happens, fuck it, I'll carry her. Like, I will carry her. I'm not leaving her behind. Like they're just, I'm loving this so much. This is so good. And also their dog only has one eye. I love Turbo. This dog has already like stolen my heart. I don't know what kind of dog it is. In my head it's a German Shepherd with one eye. All I know about her is that she has one eye. And that she must be like a sizable dog. Like, she's big enough that she can drag them and also take out an attacker. But they've not said what kind of dog she is. I'm just thinking German Shepherd. In my head, she's like a German Shepherd or like a Belgian Malinois. But like that kind of like dog. Anyway, I'm gonna continue reading. Hello, this is a slightly new angle on my chair. Ignore the meds and stuff, the snacks. Yeah, I am almost finished this. I have 77 pages left. I have this much left. I'm stressed. Tori was like, how's your book going? And I was like, it's so good. I'm so stressed. This is I think it comes under the young adult thriller category, and oh my god. I don't know, I always thought thrillers had to be like scary? Like adjacent to horror? But this is more like not necessarily a crime thriller, but on that sort of adjacent. And I am so loving this. Like, I'm so loving this. It's so good. So good. I've, like I say, 77 pages left. And it's moving so fast. Like, it's so... I'm loving it so much. I'm so stressed. Like, if everybody could stop almost dying, that would be great. They've also got a dog with them, which is stressing me out. Like, I'm up here. It is 20 to 10. So I'm going to try and read this and then go to bed. Because I have work tomorrow. Yes, I have work tomorrow. I have to say, my skin is like the clearest it's been for a while. And I'm so happy about this. So very happy about this. And I really hope this continues. My back is so sore. My pelvis has been unbelievably painful the past few days. But my god, my back. I probably need to take painkillers, but I'm going to like hold off as long as I can and take them before I go to sleep so I can hopefully get a good sleep. But I just, like, I've taken a break to like check my phone, but I'm just going to do I think I'm just going to like blast through the last 77 pages. And then I've only got 1, 2, 3, 4 more books to read. 4 more books. 4 more books to read. And I'm finished my TBR. And I've got like just under a week to do it, so hopefully I can do it. Hopefully. 4 books in like a week, in less than a week. Because I think 6 days we've got. Oh, my hand is so cramping. 4 books in 6 days. It's doable, I think. Hello. I did it. I finished the book. In its entirety. That's 2 5 stars in a row, because this was amazing. This was amazing. I cannot fault it. Like, the only way you could fault this book is if you go on looking for like a serious, like, because obviously this would never happen in real life. Like, 4 teenagers could not take on an actual crime boss and an FBI agent in the woods and win in the Pacific Northwest. Like, obviously that's not going to happen, but like, otherwise, I have no notes. This was perfection. This it kept me guessing. It went back and forward. Like, there's so many like jumps back and forward. It switched perspectives. It even included the dog. Like, there was bits where it was like, if someone had the dog with them, it'd be like, so and so and Turbo. The dog's name is Turbo. It still never said what type of dog she was. I just assumed she was a German Shepherd. So, yeah, I love this. This was honestly perfect. Perfect. Yeah, I absolutely love this. This was an absolute incredible. No notes. 5 stars. That's just, I'm so happy. Like, I'm so glad I picked up the first one, and I'm so glad I picked up this one. Like, I thought the first one was going to be a standalone, and it was fine, but this one just absolutely blew it out of the water. It was so worth the wait. This was, like, absolutely, like, this is the level of thriller that I can deal with. This, like, there was no, like, this was so high stakes, but, like, it wasn't, like, it was so, I don't know, it wasn't unserious. It wasn't unserious. Like I said, the stakes were through the roof. Like, everything was like life or death. Not a moment of this was the tension not like up here. Like, you knew every moment of this was life or death. Do not get me wrong. Do not get it twisted. But it was so unserious in a way that, like, you know how you get like, I can't read like adult crime thrillers because I think they take themselves far too seriously. And it's just like, ugh, like, I want to roll my eyes, like, so-and-so was a police officer, and da-da-da-da-da. Like, those type of I can't read those. They take themselves far too seriously. And I'm like, you're boring. I don't wanna read about you. You bore me. This kept me going. Like, there was not a moment in this where my heart was not in my mouth. Like, I had to stop reading this. At this point, I had to put it down because I was stressed. Like, this book, you know when you need to put a book, when you need to take a break from a book because it's so breakneck and like, oh my god, it was so good. I don't know if someone who normally reads through it, like, this is my thing though. People who, when I read a fantasy, people who normally read fantasies as like their genre don't really like the book. Maybe it's like that with thriller, like, someone who normally reads this genre book maybe would pick it up and be like, no. This is my niche, apparently. Things that people who read this genre don't. There's definitely, like, gotta be triggers and stuff like that with the type of genre it is. Like I say, there's high stakes, they're in, like, trouble, people are coming after them. There's child endangerment. Thankfully in this, the dog is never in danger. I mean, the dog is in danger, like, people are shooting at them and stuff, but, like, the dog is never injured, the dog is never, like, captured, or, like, the dog is fine. Which, thank you, Tess. I appreciate that. But, like, there's never a scenario where the animal's hurt. But, like, there's child endangerment in here, there's, like, teen endangerment in here. It is like an episode of Scooby-Doo. But, like, there's with this, the main character is used by her mum, like I say, as like a tool in her cons. So there's a lot of like parental abandonment and parental abuse, but not in the way, like, abuse and neglect, but not in like a violent way. So, like, if that's not something you could do, then yeah. But honestly, love this. Absolutely incredible. Storytelling ability, 5 stars. The mental health rep, the chronic pain rep, the endo rep, all of that, 5 stars. Loved it. Anywho, I'm gonna go to bed because I'm shattered and I need to get up for work tomorrow. So if you want to let me know you're here and you want to leave an emoji down below, use the question mark for this, or any purple emoji because it's a beautiful purple book. And yeah, please discuss anything you want to down below. I'm sorry if this vlog is too weekend heavy or too short or whatever, but it has been a week and I'm absolutely shattered and I'm in so much pain, and hopefully next week is better pain wise. I have a doctor's appointment and a physio appointment, so we shall see how those go. I will keep you up to date and I will see you in the next video. Bye.